Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. This new topic today is about the 3 admonitions of the Buddhas, Buddha Ovatas. In Vietnamese, we say 3 điều dạy của Đức Phật. Includes Sappa Papassa Akaranang, not to do any evils. Second, Kosalaso Pasampathas, to do good, to cultivate good. Number 3, Sachitta Pariyo Tapanang, to purify the mind. Etang Buddhasasanang, those are the teachings of all the Buddhas. This teachings is the basics in the elder Buddhism. It's regarding to many thoughts. It's regarding to the precepts of the bhikkhus monks, totally 227 precepts of the bhikkhus monks. And now we come to say in detail through the 3 admonitions of the Buddhas. First one, not to do any evil. Regarding to the Vinaya Pitakas, or the monastic rules in the monastic baskets, those are not to do any evils or to stay away from the unwholesome deeds by speech and behaviors. As the commentaries or commentators explain that the wise men in Buddhism, they know how not to do the bad thing first. So in Buddhism, we focus on the Vinayas or on the monastic rule. For example, for the householders, they just conduct the 5 precepts. It's not to do, not to kill, not to steal, not to sexual misconduct, not to tell lies, and not to drink all kinds of alcohol. And for the novices, they have their own 10 precepts, and we strictly not to conduct any bad thing that cause the harm or cause the misfortune result to ourselves and as others. And all the meanings regarding to us not to do or done all those to do by the Buddhas, we can learn and can find in the Vinaya Pitaka. And for the second terms of the Buddha's advice here, that is to do good or to cultivate good. This regarding to the Suttanta Pitakas, or the discourse in the discourse baskets. The Buddha encourages us to do the good thing, or to do these wholesome deeds by giving, by conduct the morality, by cultivate or by practice meditations, and by develop our wisdom. There are many good ways according to the short and long discourse in the Suttanta Pitaka, for example, in Maha Parinibbana Sutta, or the discourse of the last of the Buddha life. The Buddha mentioned that all bhikkhus should be minded, because all our bodies and minds are changeable, and everything that's subject to change, that is the cause of suffering. So we have to mind deal with it. Otherwise, we don't know, or we don't catch up what are changing, and it is cause easy to misunderstand everything changing around us. So we have to find a quiet place to practice meditations, to take the mental repeats on any particular subjects by practicing meditations or tranquilities, and we have to observe our minds according to the insight meditation retreat, something like that. And for the third terms of the Buddha's advice here is to purify the mind. To purify the mind, according to the elder Buddhism, it is regarding to Abhidhamma Pitaka, or the Buddhist philosophies, or the highest Buddhist philosophies and science, because we focus on the ultimate truth. We are focused on the phenomena. So this is very close to how our minds, our mental objects is ourselves, and how to make the nibbana or to make sure on the nirvana or on the extreme happiness. In Buddhism, if we expose on ourselves, I mean that we knows our bodies and mind, we know our five aggregates, we know ourselves well. You know, so during this COVID-19, most people throughout this world, we cannot go outside. So we desire to go inside. I mean that we come to observe our mind. We come to realize the cause of the suffering. And I noticed that during COVID-19, there are as many people throughout the world. They come to inside, and they know themselves very well, especially when we are shared to each other. I know that they use the ways they used to share with me, that they know how to minimize their unwholesome days, and they reduce to overthinking, and they focus on their mind, and finally they know their lives are impermanent, and they just focus on depressions. For example, they focus on the present day. They don't regret about the past, and they don't worry about the futures, and they feel they can live alone. So even they also realize that even they have house, have families, have work, and at least when after they pass away, they cannot bring any material things with themselves. So they come back to appreciate their living lives. And I think that those are the good experiences in life that regarding to the terms of Sacitta Pariyo Tapanang, so mean to purify the mind. In Buddhism, you know, we believe in the law of karma. So if we do good, we will be good. If we do bad, we will get the bad results. And the bad cause will bring us the results of the suffering. So according to these admonitions of the Buddhas, and this is the traditions, the advice from all the Buddhas from the past at this present, and also will become for the futures. We can summarize that all the Buddhas, especially the Sakya Buddhas at this present time, is always guide us to minimize the unwholesome deeds and maximize our wholesome deeds. And the most important thing here is we have to cultivate our mind to be pure, because according to the knowledge of the five aggregates, so we can summarize the five aggregates into two terms, those are body and mind, and we can summarize the bodies and the mind into only one word, that is light. Everything is happened today is mostly because of our minds are leading. The mind is the masters of the body, and everything cultivates and builds up by the mind. So as if our mind is pure, we can build up the qualified things for our lives, for the orders, for our societies. The Buddha also mentioned that the Buddha also mentioned that nati santi parang sukhang, there's no any happiness that conquers the calmness of mind. So the basics here, it is made as close to our third terms of to purify our mind. So if our mind is become calmness, we can look out to our walls is also calmness, puriful, and peaceful. If we wish to build the peaceful world, as at the first time we have to cultivate the peaceful mind for ourselves first, and then we can spread our peaceful mind to the world outside. And if we are live this life with our peaceful mind, we can cultivate, we can bring the peaceful world to the other people too. the world here especially is also regarding to our minds, our mindset, and all the world's mentalities and materialities. And one more Buddhist proverb saying, Attahi Atanonato is mean that people would live depends on oneself. The oneself here is mean that the world is Dharma and the ultimate Dharma. The Dharma here means that the laws of nature are righteous, justice, properly, and also mean what is human beings need to survive our world. If our lives endure with the Dhammas regarding to worries and the ultimate truth, we can take ourselves as we can take ourselves as the refuse. It means that we can live depends on ourselves. It's not depends on the others. According to the Buddha advice, people should train and develop their minds to be themselves. If you don't train your minds and you don't focus on your self-development, in the Dhamma verse, we can say that Attahi Atanonato. It may mean that you spend your life depends as others, and if you live a life like this, it is very useless for you, because no one has the duty to protect and to provide you a service always. Even we, in the theory, we used to heard that like is sharing, but it should start from yourself first, and don't expect other people to do good or to provide you the service. And the most important thing here, if you can live depends on yourself, or as at the priorities, you don't know how to train your mind, or you don't know how to focus on your self-development. You can live depends on the triple gem first. The triple gems is the three diamonds that in the early Buddhism include the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. The Buddhas as is the leaders. He provides us the way to go through, release all kinds of sufferings. And the Dhammas itself is the ways. And the Sanghas, there are two kinds of Sanghas. Firstly is the holy Sanghas, and second is the conditional Sanghas. So the Sanghas is one who follows the Buddha's guidance and goes along the ways. The ways is mean the middle ways or the 8 paths. Includes right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right efforts, right mindfulness, and right concentrations. And if you are hard to remember, you just remember in the 3 paths training. So those are moralities, concentration, and wisdom. If you cannot remember or hard to remember the 3 terms of moralities, concentrations, and wisdom, you just remember one word, that is enough, that is sati, or mindfulness. It means the ability to know everything is happening at the present moment. It is enough. And finally, to end this topic, I wish to review you that the 3 admonitions of the Buddhas, in Pali we call Ovatas, we call Buddha Ovatas. Those are Sappapasa Akaranang, not to do any evil. Second, Kosalaso Pasampatas, to do good, to cultivate good. And number 3, Sacitta Pariyo Tapanang, to purify the mind. Etang Buddhasasanang, those are the teachings of all the Buddhas. It is as others basics or the foundations in Buddhism, and you can consider these 3 terms as the ways to follow. And I would mention here that even it is a Buddha Ovata, but it's not for only the Buddhist devotee. Is for all beings, especially our human beings, includes Buddhists and non-Buddhists. So which you go through these ways, mean the 3 admonitions of the Buddhas, and gain these unlimited benefits and happiness in your daily life. Namo Buddhaya.